Ladies and gentlemen, it's a fabulous Friday, and it's even better with the presence of each and every one of you here, the who's who of the industry. All our industry stalwarts, change makers, thought leaders, all gathered together under one roof, suddenly to bring about a change for the better. And that's exactly what we're looking forward to here at the SUGAR ETHANOL BIO-ENERGY International Conclave. So as we're about to commence with our inaugural session in the presence of our as he is now also going to be welcoming all our dignitaries personally on stage. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Ravi Gupta, Executive Director, Renuka Sugar, up on stage. A nice warm, big round of applause. Good morning, sir. Thank you so very much for joining us. We'd like to welcome Mr. Dilip Patil, Managing Director, Samant Limited. Thank you so very much for joining us, sir. We'd like to welcome Mr. Tushar Patil. Let's get our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Welcome, sir. And we'd like to welcome Mr. Dilip Kabra from Sri Lakshmi as well as from Tazo. Let's have a nice good warm round of applause and welcome them up on stage. We'd like to welcome Mr. Atul Mundra from Atul Corp. Let's give him a nice warm round of applause and welcome them up on stage, please. See you, Patanjali. Thank you so very much, sir. Let's welcome we'd like to welcome Mr. Anupam Kaushik. Let's welcome him with a nice warm round of applause. Thank you for joining us, sir. And in the presence of all our dignitaries here, we would like to commence the inaugural ceremony by lighting the lamp. Light the lamp. So thank you so much, Shubhangi and Mina, for taking the initiative and leading us all to the lamp lighting ceremony. As all our dignitaries come together, ladies and gentlemen, we can all participate by giving them a nice warm round of applause. Indeed, thanks to all our luminous personalities on stage, showing us the way, lighting the way forward, and by lighting the traditional lamp, bringing forward light to this grand event that we're looking forward to. Request you all if you can do a nice semicircle so that all of you can be visible in this photograph together. Let's get together for a group photograph.
Sir, wait. Thank you, sir.
We are sharing information and network to the industry, and now we have initiated this Sugar Summit. So warm welcome again and thanks for your support. Welcome. Thank you. Now I am inviting Mr. Ravi Gupta. Please come on the board. Dais.
Particularly my colleagues Sanjeeva Sthana, Mr. Prakash Naik has long been a cornerstone of our agriculture and rural economy. With over 5 million farmers and their family relying on sugarcane cultivation and nearly 5 lakh workers engaged in sugar mills, this sector is not just an economic driver but a lifeline for millions. The industry legacy spans centuries, rooted in resilience, and this gives life to millions. Yet it is the evolution of this industry into a hub for ethanol and bioenergy that what to pay for the sugarcane and how much to sell and what price to sell. Because the government was the biggest buyer at a predetermined price because of the levy system in persistence. It is thanks to the India entrepreneur's mind and thought leadership at the government that India started since 2014. However, the challenge continues. We, sugar industry, never sleeps. Indian sugar industry is like the nature which keeps on sugar prices. While the sugar cane price is remunerative for the farmers, but sugar prices are not remunerative for the industry. For example, in Maharashtra, sugar prices have fallen even below the sugarcane cost. To give you some statistics, a minimum selling price of sugar based on the prices of sugarcane. It was fixed at rupees 31 per kg in 2009. Several unnecessary litigation. The last thing India should do to make a policy and then revert it. These are short-term issues, but in the longer run, most important challenge for us is the farm mechanization. Maharashtra and Karnataka is facing acute harvesting labor shortage as next generation of labor do not want to work in the field. So millers have to shift towards machine harvesting. But the challenge is that, raising a question on its viability, we have to evolve in that direction. Post-danger productivity and sustainability of production is an issue. For example, in Uttar Pradesh, a very promising and high-yielding variety has to be phased out due to infestation of. Has taken a global leadership in COP26. Our Prime Minister has envisioned Global Fuel Alliance. India is headquarters for the same. India has the potential to become a global leader in bioenergy, setting benchmark for sustainable practice by exporting technology, sharing best practices and participating in global biofuel market, particularly sustained aviation fuel. We can enhance our influence and economic standing. Integrating bioenergy with existing renewable energy system, collaboration is the key to success. The path to sustainable and self-reliant future requires collaboration across sectors and regions. Industry, academia and policymakers must work together to drive innovation and implementation.
In 1982, at Mawana Sugar Works, DCM, at that time we were talking about always the model of Brazil model, that how to balance sugar and distillery, how to divert sugar cane and how to make balance. Otherwise, we were having a cyclic industry. Every 3 years the sugar industry was going down and again is so that the stagnancy which has come just now in this last 2 years, it can again pick up so that we can produce more. And for producing more, you require 2 experiments. One is that our yield in the sugarcane field, it should increase. The sugarcane production increase at least 1.5 times so that we can have more ethanol from the sugarcane. That's the one. And another is that this food grain which we are now using for producing ethanol. Okay, so I have been asked to reduce the number because numbers are, obviously figures are more, and
It's very difficult you can't boil the ocean even in 2 days of this huge food and agri sector. But nevertheless, I think it's important for everybody to put thought leadership into these current challenging times. But I just want to mention just about a couple of things. Today in this globalized versus localized world, every commodity that I see Thanks to Deepak, I think there are so many groups we come to know about every commodity. Our ability to see into the future and derive solutions for this $550 billion industry of the entire food chain, at the center of which is the farmer, for whom actually all these things are very necessary to increase his income and thereby the country's holistic view. Because like a circular economy, today I see there is a circular complexity of things. Like you increase the duties in edible oils and you want to see that soybean prices have to go up, and then in turn you find that DDGS, which is ethanol induced, is pushing down the prices. Like for example, the duties that are currently coming started hurting some other industry like a fats industry or the what's a dynamic approach to it, which will trigger a very quick reaction to the markets. So with that couple of thoughts, I'll give it to others and all of us
of ethanol and sugar both. And second, any guess? Second compliment for organizing this event away from Delhi. You see, it took me almost 1 hour 15 minutes to reach from Delhi to here, and now any SOS call coming from ministry will not take me from here. I'll be here till evening. Thank you.
The dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, delegates, speakers and the organizers. I think this is the right time to organize an conference where we are talking about sugar to energy, sugar to bioenergy or ethanol. I think sugar has evolved over a period of time from food to energy. What we call is, Annadata to Urjadata. This sector has evolved, and initially maybe it started with, cogeneration, but in this sector, and I think that has benefited the over-regulated sector, I must say. Yesterday, ISMA at their AGM and Honorable Gadkari ji was, regulations which this sector faces, and in spite of that, you are moving ahead. And it's a very politically sensitive sector also. So in spite of that, you are balancing, you are moving ahead and creating new opportunities for your industry and in other advanced biochemicals also, there are many initiatives now being pursued. So it will now be a sector which will, to a large extent, compete the fossil fuel sector, particularly with respect to the sustainability. And
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay Ganju, for your address. And now I'd like to take the pleasure of inviting Mr. Anubhav Kaushik, Managing Director, NSEL, to kindly share his views. Let's welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Thank you, organizers, and thank you everybody for sharing their valuable opinion. I think it's a great time to developments, and the whole industry doyens are present here to collaborate and discuss to bring out certain policy initiatives, which I'm sure that the dais has got enough competent people to reach out to the policymakers and win-win situation for producers, industrialists and consumers, all three in one go. In most of the such conferences, I think the focus remains on trade and commerce. I think there should be some representation of the biggest stakeholder in this entire.
India was importing wheat. The prices were high. And then the government realized that for looking at wheat prices, they have to look at petroleum prices, because they were moving through corn and so on. And later, I would say the realization is not yet complete, because the wonderful document produced by Niti Aayog in 2021 on ethanol roadmap, it doesn't have mention of DDGS at all. And so the realization came after it hit. And I mean, how serious it is on oilseed sector can we imagine that from the fact that land is going to be transferred. Land is a limited finite resource. And corn is claiming land from soybean already. It could claim also from entering the importing. And it could even agricultural cotton, technical cotton. So it's very, very essential that we have started some vegetable oil sector and sugar. Both are energy. Both are playing a part in energy transition. So good that the petroleum is not here because we want.
Thank you so very much, Mr. G.K. Su, for sharing your.
टारगेट जो है 25% तक बढ़ाने का सोच रहे हैं, लेकिन शुगर में और ग्रेन में इसको लिमिटेशंस है. अभी हमको 2G इथेनॉल से जो हमारे पास शुगर सेक्टर में जो बायोमास है उससे अगर इथेनॉल बनाए और उससे हम इथेनॉल सप्लाई बना टारगेट अचीव कर सकते हैं. दूसरा जो हाइड्रोजन बायो CBG ये जो वेस्ट है, अभी ये इस सेशन में हम लोग इन सब बिंदुओं पे
to have a brief on very crisp points, 5 major points of sugar industry in the major energy transition of India, which is going to be the low carbon biofuel hubs for the India under the GBA. I'll say first topic, application, and then policies. So these are 5 major thrust areas where Government of India is playing, industry is playing, as a technology leader we are playing, but we are forgetting the integration of entire model. So we are as a global energy hub to develop entire ecosystem from farm to fuel. With the low carbon base is going to be the play. Everything is coming to the feedstock. So feedstock integrated model has to be played in a role, just like Gurgaon to sugarcane. Secondly, ethanol as a molecule, we are putting too much of pressure. So we have to think the byproduct valorization of entire.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Dilip.
Farming of sugarcane, we should think of ways to do it more sustainably, think of more sucrose content varieties, think of integrated pest management, reduce the pesticides, think of the drip irrigation, but also other ways of conserving moisture in the soil, mulching on the soil. Even we can use some of the rice straw by doing mulching, so that we think of new opportunities which are available for the sugar sector. For example, we could think of functional products, we could think of low glycemic index sugar, which is in the sugar which is healthier, and also there are some blended products also which are being demanded, and it's possible to think of more and more such diabetic friendly products within the sugar industry. Third thing which I would like to say, the last
speak and share my views. I heard a number of speakers talk about the ethanol and bioenergy. I want to leave just a word of oil prices are going over the next 2, 3, 4 years. I will share my thoughts at the appropriate section. And the biggest challenge to bioenergy is going to come from crude oil prices. Be careful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks to everyone who has participated. In fact, I myself has come with my daughter as a student. So I hope that's good. We are going to get a good lectures, good details. Thank you.
जगह जगह से कॉन्फ्रेंस का दिन भर आप लीजिए, जगह जगह से सब पे विचार, सबको आपको कॉन्फ्रेंस में जो बड़े इंडस्ट्रीज के सब दिग्गज लोग यहाँ पर हैं, शुगर का भी आपको मिलेगा, इथेनॉल का भी फ्यूचर क्या है, ये भी आपको सब जानने को मिलेगा. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Atul Mundra and Mr. Dilip. Your enlightening insights, opinions, words, and your very, very inspiring and motivating thoughts.
Mr. Prakash. Naik Nauri. Shigo sir. Ravi Bhutta sir.
Yes.
Shri Kesharwani ji.
Shri Shrut Sahab, please come in.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Shri Shrut Sahab.
Sir.
Shrut Sahab, please come forward.
Yes. Thank you.
Our leader Shri Sanjeev Asthana Sahab, please come forward. And you leadership to the next generation,
Yes.
please. It's an honor that you are here. Mr. Chandrasekhar. As all our dignitaries come together for a group photograph, we are in depth and in gratitude to each and every one of you. Once again, in a precious manner, we're looking forward to a day long of sessions of sharing and a lot of knowledge gaining here.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, each and every one of you respected gentlemen.
And now here, keynote.
Are, as I mentioned already, the stalwarts in the industry, to whom you can add very little, but because of the plethora of knowledge which they have. But as a researcher, I will try to add some insights to it and make it more interesting. So that after the conference, when we are going for lunch, you have something positive or negative to talk about. Okay, for the first and about green leaf, what we do is basically research on agri-commodities. We cover sugar, we cover oil and oilseeds, we cover grains and pulses, and now we also cover biofuels. Biofuels has become the buzzword now. The industry has tried, and each and every commodity has transformed into an energy commodity, because of which the biofuel has become the talk of the town anywhere you go. This additional demand for biofuels has changed the course of the markets, and the additional 10% demand, which I always tell my
guide in those numbers, because a lot of people are estimating a lower consumption number, but those consumption which these stocks shall be down by 1.4 million tons for the next season, and we are going to start 25-26 with